I am Miss Murray, and today we are going to look at fractions. But before we start fractions, I just would like to welcome you to Open Classroom, and I would like you to get a book and a pencil and get ready to take some notes. So before we start our lesson on fractions, I have this whole pizza that I would like to share. Who would like a piece of my pizza? Okay, sure, you can get a piece. So I'm just going to cut off a piece of this pizza to share with somebody who asked me for a piece, okay? So I am very hungry, so I would like to eat a lot of pizza right now, okay? So I will keep this piece and I will give this piece to you. What's that? Oh, I didn't hear you. Oh, you want me to share it equally? Oh, this is not equal. Okay, let me try to share again. But I was very hungry. I was thinking to eat a big piece of pizza. So let me try to share it again. How do I get this to share equally? Okay, this is a whole pizza and I'm cutting it straight down the center. So is this better now? Yes, I have two equal parts. So I cut my whole into two equal parts. Okay, so now would you like to get a piece? Here you go. And I'll keep this piece for myself. Okay. So let's look at our objectives. So today, our objectives are, we are going to identify the parts of a fraction and their functions. We are going to recall fractions from halves to tenths. We are going to name and record fractions using symbols, word names, utilizing the area model. Okay? So what is a fraction? Can anybody tell me what a fraction is? A fraction is part of a whole. So remember that pizza I had just now, I shared it first into two unequal parts, and then I shared it into two equal parts. Now each time I shared it, each piece will be called a fraction. So let's look at some more fractions. Okay, we have a rectangular shape cut into 4 equal parts. Let's look again. We have a triangular shape cut into 2 equal parts. And lastly, we have a circle cut into 12 equal parts. Okay? So what will we call each of those parts? First of all, when we are dealing with fractions, we need to identify the denominator. How do we identify the denominator? We count the total parts and that will give us the denominator. So this first one, the denominator will be 4. And we have one shaded part out of 4 equal parts. So this fraction will represent 1 out of 4 parts, which is 1/4. So let's look at the second one. Now this is a different representation of 1/2. We looked at 1/2 already, and this is another way we can represent 1/2. What will the denominator be? 2. What will the numerator be? 1. 1/2. And the last one will be 6 out of 12 equal parts. 6/12. So let's look at the parts of a fraction. So this is the same, this is a representation of the fraction you saw this morning with the pizza. So we have 1/2. Each of us got 1/2. So that 1 is called the numerator. Then you notice that line in the middle separating the numerator and the denominator. It is called the vinculum. And that number underneath is called the denominator. What is a vinculum? The vinculum is a horizontal line which separates the numerator and the denominator in fractions. So if you look at this fraction here, are you seeing the vinculum? Oh, there it is. So that line is the vinculum. What is the denominator? The denominator is the number below the vinculum. It shows how many equal parts the whole is divided into. So this is a representation of a half again. This is another way to represent a half. So we count 1, 2, and we notice that 2 is the denominator because 2 is the total parts in which the shape is divided. So can anyone tell me what the numerator is? The numerator is the number above the vinculum. It tells you how many equal parts we have out of a whole. So let's look at the same representation again. We have one shape divided into two equal parts. And the number 1 represents the shaded area, which is the numerator. All right? So wholes. What are wholes? A whole is all of something. So before I cut that pizza this morning, it would have been a whole pizza. Okay? I didn't share it as yet, so it's a whole. So we have a whole watermelon, we have a whole cake, we have a whole lime, a whole heart, a whole triangle. So we have whole objects here, we have whole shapes represented here, okay? So 1/2. So before we go any further, we will review the fractions that you already know. All right? So 1/2, 1 out of 2 equal parts. So the first time I shared that pizza, the parts were not equal. So we cannot call each part 1/2. What about 1/3? 1 out of 3 equal parts. Now this is 3 different ways you can represent 1/3. There are many other ways as well. What about 1/4? Now from time to time you may hear people say 1/4. That is also acceptable. But we are looking at it as a quarter. Okay, I want you to remember the word quarter. 1 out of 4 equal parts. Now there are many different ways we could represent this. Let me show you another way. Actually, I didn't bring it here. So if we have a whole here, we can share it into 4 equal parts. Let's break it up. And each part will be called 1/4. Now you have to make sure that your parts are equal. If you stack them all together, you should get no overlapping, okay? One-fifth. And this is 1 out of 5 equal parts. Now each of these fractions that you all will learn about today, there are many different ways in which we can represent them, okay? So we have 1 out of 5 equal parts. So you all can count it with me to make sure it's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And if you put them back all together, we get back our whole, okay? 1/6, 1 out of 6 equal parts. And you have to remember that the number underneath is the denominator, and the denominator tells us how many parts the whole is divided into. 1/7, 1 out of 7 equal parts. And you have to remember when you call in these numbers, you have to remember to pronounce your TH at the end. Okay, 1/8, 1 out of 8 equal parts. We have 1/9, 1 out of 9 equal parts, and we have 1/10, 1 out of 10 equal parts. Now let us identify these fractions, okay? So first we know we have to count the total parts to find the denominator. So let's count that. You all will count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we know that 9 will be our denominator. So let's count the shaded area now. 1, 2. So check it over quickly and see if you got the answer. 2/9. Okay? Did you get that answer? Okay, let's try the other one now. We are going to count the total parts to find our denominator first. Then we'll count the shaded area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I got 5/9 for the second diagram. Okay? Count and see if you got that now. And it's correct. Very good. So let's try to identify some more fractions. But we have some problems that I will need your help with, okay? So Star's mother had a pizza. Just like me, she shared it into 12 equal slices. She gave Star 3 of the slices to eat. What fraction of the pizza did Star eat? Let us draw a diagram to represent the fraction of pizza that was eaten. So let's see if we can try that. Okay, we are pretending this is our pizza, okay? And it is shared into 12 equal slices. How many did Star eat? Star ate 3, okay? So I'm just taking out the portion that Star ate. So Star ate 1/12, 2/12, 3/12. So Star ate 3/12 of the pizza. Let's see if we got that right. All right, so let's count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this is our pizza. Let's count the shaded area now. 1, 2, 3. So what is the portion that Star ate? Star ate 3 out of 12 equal parts. So Star ate 3/12 of the pizza. So let us try another problem. Mommy baked a macaroni pie to share at home. She cut it into 15 equal pieces. She gave her 2 children 3 pieces each. What fraction of the macaroni pie did she give them? Now we have to pay attention to the part that says she gave her 2 children 3 pieces each. Let us draw a diagram to represent the fraction of the macaroni pie that was eaten. So we know what our denominator is already. We know the denominator is 15 because that's the total number of pieces she shared the pie into, and then she gave away 2 3s, which is 6. Let's check that. So this is the macaroni pie. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And she gave her 2 children 3 pieces each. So 2 3s are 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So she gave away 6 out of 15 equal parts, which is called 6/15ths. And you have to remember to pronounce that word properly. Let's try another one since you all are doing so good. The teacher cut a sheet of Bristol board into 20 equal pieces for her students in her class. You all will know about that one. She gave 12 of the students 1 piece each. What fraction of the Bristol board was shared? Let us draw a diagram to represent the fraction of the Bristol board that was shared. How many pieces did she cut it into? All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right. And how many pieces did she give away? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So she gave away 12 out of 20 pieces. Okay, 12 out of 20 equal parts. So this is just a drawing to represent what she shared. So 12 20ths. And you have to pay close attention to the spelling 20ths, because you see what we did. We changed the Y to I, E, and then we add the TH, and S makes it plural. Right, so since you all are doing so great, let's try another one. Rene's mother made an apple pie. She cut the apple pie into 16 slices. Rene ate only 1 slice. What fraction of the apple pie did Rene eat? Let us draw a diagram to represent the fraction of the apple pie that Rene ate. Okay, this is the apple pie. This is the representation of the apple pie. Let's count to make sure we have 16 slices there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. And how many slices did Rene eat? Rene ate 1 slice. So she ate 1 out of 16 equal parts. And that is called 1/16. Okay? Let's try another one. A carpenter had a rectangular shaped piece of wood. He cut it into 19 equal pieces. 3 of the 19 pieces were rotten. What fraction of wood was rotten? Let us draw a diagram to represent the fraction of wood that was rotten. So we already know that there are 19 equal pieces, so 19 will be our denominator. How many pieces were rotten? 3. So let's see if we can get that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. How many pieces were rotten? That's correct, 3. Let's count to see. 1, 2, 3. So 3 out of 19 parts were rotten, and that is called 3/19ths. Okay? Let's try another one. So far, can you tell me what fractions you have learned? You learned about 20ths, 16ths. I hope you're paying attention. All right, so let's continue. Aisha got a cake for her birthday. The cake was cut into 13 equal slices. She remained with 4 slices. What fraction of the cake was left? So this is the cake. This is the birthday cake. Let's count to find the denominator. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. How many slices was she left with? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is 4 out of 13 equal parts. So that is 4/13. Jaden's teacher asked him to draw a rectangle shared into 14 equal parts. Can you do that? Remember, I asked you to get your copybook and your pencil, so I hope you are trying these at home. All right, she then asked him to color 1 part gray. Let us see if Jaden followed the instructions that he was given. So, Jaden's supposed to share this into 14 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And he was supposed to color 1 part gray. So did Jaden get it correct? Yes, I think so. 1 out of 14 equal parts are shaded, and that is called 1/14. Okay, this could have been another representation. So instead of Jaden going all the way across, he could have done 7/2, which will also give you 14 and shade 1 part. Okay? So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we have another 7 below. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Okay? 1 out of 14 equal parts. So I hope you got that one correct, just like Jaden. Okay, Daddy brought home a bar of chocolate. Now I know many of you love chocolate. The bar of chocolate had 18 blocks. He gave his son 7 blocks. What fraction of the bar did his son get? What fraction of the bar of chocolate did his son get? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Let's count the pieces that his son got now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So he got 7 out of 18 equal parts, and that is called 7/18ths. Okay, let's try this one now. Janine was asked to draw a diagram to show a fraction that represents 2/11ths. This is what she drew. So let's count. You will count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So our denominator is 11. Now, what part Janine was supposed to shade? Let's check that again. Janine was supposed to draw a fraction to represent 2/11ths. But how many parts are shaded there? Only one. Is that correct? No, that's not correct. Let me show you. Okay, so we have our shape here, circle, and we have them cut into 11ths. But Janine's supposed to shade 2 out of the 11 parts. But she shaded 1. Is that correct? So it's supposed to look like this. Let's see if we can help Janine work that out. 1, 2. Let's count and make sure she has 11 first. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. She has 11, but she shaded 1 part only. Let's help Janine fix that. So let's try this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And we have 2 shaded areas there. Is this correct now? Yes, it is. 2 out of 11 parts are shaded, and that is 2/11ths. All right, so we have one here for you. A teacher has 17 students. She bought a novel sub sandwich to share with her students. She cut the sandwich into 17 equal pieces. She gave the 3 students present 2 pieces each. Now that sounds like something a teacher will do, eh? What fraction of the sandwich was eaten? So we have to pay attention to the fact that she gave 3 students present 2 pieces each. So how many pieces did she give away? All right, let's check and see. So this is the sub sandwich. Let's count to make sure it has 17 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. How many pieces was she supposed to give away? Okay, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what do we call that fraction? 6 out of 17 equal parts are shaded, and we call that 6/17ths. Okay, so let's see if you can work this one out on your own now. You all know this all too well. This is a 100 chart. If your teacher asks you to shade 70 of those equal pieces there, can you do that? But what would that fraction be called? Let's find out. Did you do it as yet? Okay, let's check. 70 out of 100 equal parts are shaded. What do you call that fraction? We call that 70/100ths. Did you get that answer? I hope so. And it is represented like that. Okay? So, let's review what we did today. So you can see many different fractions there. So let's look at any one of, let's start with the first one. This one is called a whole. It is all of the shape. It is not cut or it is not shared as yet. And we have 1/2 here. What will we call the 1? We call the 1 the numerator. What about this one? Each piece is 1/5. What would we call that 5? We will call that 5 the denominator. Let's look at this one. What would we call that line separating the numerator and the denominator? We would call that line the vinculum. Okay? So I hope you remember that. I hope you remember your fraction names from 11th to 20th. And thank you for joining in on our lesson. You all did a great job. And remember to ask your parents to go on learn.moe.gov.tt to get more ECCE primary and secondary school activities for you all. Enjoy.